What's up, Ballcats? I'm Espen.
And I'm Samantha Obermiller. With the 2020-2021 school year wrapping up, we have a lot of fun and exciting activities closing out the year.
One of the things that the 9 through 12 students missed out on during the 2020 online learning was the annual Makers Fair.
This year, students in 8th through 11th grade are excited to participate in the annual Makers Fair. Here's Jacie and DJ on the story.
Since 2019, St. Paul students have been given the opportunity once a year to learn about a variety of activities at the Makers Fair. With over 50 plus presenters, ranging from Italian cooking to ping pong, students get to choose 4 interests to experience for an entire school day. Michaela Kofel is the representative of the teachers in charge of the fair this year. We asked her about their role, the effects on the pandemic on this year's exhibits, and the impact the fair has had on students as a whole.
My role is I serve on the Makers Fair committee. There's 3 main people that are in charge of contacting outside instructors to teach something educational. A lot more to just putting on a workshop, so it takes a lot of work. We had some past instructors not able to present this year due to COVID-related restrictions. Maybe they were of high-risk age or something like that, or maybe the activity that was too hands-on, and so we kind of had to definitely take that in consideration. The purpose of the Makers Fair is to introduce students to a hands-on activity that is not necessarily offered in our school, just to expose them to different areas of our community and activities and hobbies, just something a lot of fun yet educational.
With so many different activities to choose from, students had a hard time picking their favorite.
My favorite part about Makers Fair was probably Italian cooking, because we got to make jumbo pasta shells and I got to do it with my friends, and then we got to eat them at the end, so it's always a plus.
My favorite part was probably digital printing. We got to make our own design and we actually got a t-shirt out of it.
I also enjoyed the flower arrangements. We got to make boutonnieres and paper mache flowers, and it was pretty fun. And Mrs. Herrick helped us out with that, and she had a lot of experience.
All the fun of the fair wasn't just reserved for the students, however. Kathy Lemmerman from the art department taught a new type of pottery to students, sgraffito.
It is a ceramic process that you will draw a design on while the clay is still wet and before it has been fired for the first time in the bisque firing process. So this is how they're going to look after they've been fired the first time. So it's going to look a little bit different in the fact that the clay is whiter. So there's a nice contrast between the two. So it was kind of a fun process. We got some nice pieces of pottery out of the clay class, and so I think that it was a success, and I hope all the students enjoyed it.
The tradition of the Makers Fair will carry on for years to come, and will continue to provide experiences that leave a mark on students.
Hey Espen, my favorite activity was Italian cooking. What was yours?
Mine was barbecue and meat smoking.
COVID-19 took away the first season from the girls' tennis team. This year, they got to begin the school's first ever tennis season.
Here's Montanna and Nathan serving up the story.
We asked the St. Paul students who are a part of the brand new sport, tennis, some questions. With us is Kaylee Allen and her favorite thing about playing tennis.
My favorite thing about tennis is the coaches and the players, which make it very enjoyable.
My favorite thing about playing tennis is that it's a great opportunity to try something new, and that the coaches are really fun and they will push you to get better. And that I love all the players. They're so nice and fun, and they make tennis really fun.
Cameron Morgan is going to tell us why she recommends going out for tennis.
I would recommend going out for tennis because everybody brings a very positive attitude, that being the players, coaches, even the student managers. And it's also good to try something new.
The girls have definitely improved in their confidence. Most of all, they have learned how to hit every shot. They have gotten better throughout the year. This last week especially, I've been really impressed with the 8 that are still practicing, getting ready for state, and some of the shots that they've been hitting have been really good. And just ever since that first match, they were all so nervous, and the last match we went to, they were all so excited and having a blast, and it's been a really fun year with these girls.
The whole team has improved a lot this year from the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, we didn't really know a whole lot about tennis. But now that we know how to hold the racket the right way and just the basic rules of tennis, we are just smarter about the placement of where we hit the ball.
Talk about having some serious eye-hand coordination.
That's something I'm lacking. Something that the school's not lacking is the baseball team. Let's check it out with Madison and Alex.
This year, the St. Paul baseball team, which is combined with Palmer, is currently 7-6 on the season. The head coaches of the baseball team are Mr. Reinsch, Mike Coughlin, and Jim Saki.
My favorite thing about playing baseball is just being with the people that I enjoy being around, like all my friends, and then just seeing all the support from all the fans coming out to the baseball games and just supporting the team. It's really just a great time.
I like playing baseball for like the team kind of perspective of it. I like going around with the boys, tossing the ball around, having fun, spitting seeds and joking around every day. Prepared for districts by going to practice every day, getting better, throwing the ball, practicing batting in the batting cages, and just fundamentals every day.
The baseball team's district started on May 6 at Beatrice versus Nebraska City. It is single elimination.
The way we prepared for districts was doing quite a few different drills. Probably one of the biggest ones that we did was we took mass grounders and mass fly balls, where we were just getting kids multiple reps at trying to get them feeling comfortable at the position they were playing. We also did a lot of live hitting on the field and tried to turn a lot of game situations into things that we may or may not see.
Wow, sounds like the baseball team had a grand slam for their first season.
Wrapping up the spring athletics, here's Connor with the Track Cats.
The St. Paul track team has had a respectable season this year, winning the Ron Prix, Centura, and St. Paul Invitational this season. Multiple track cats plan to travel to Berg Stadium in Omaha this year to compete at the NSAA State Track and Field Meet on the 21st and 22nd of May. The men's side placed 4th at districts, while the girls placed 6th in a very competitive matchup between multiple schools. There were various state qualifiers from both sides, including Amber Kosmicki, Olivia Poppert, Madison Hirschman, Jacie Jakubowski, Paige Lucas Savage, Grace Simoloff, Albie Elstelmeyer, Rylan Birkby, Connor Wells, Jacob Wells, and John Puckey. We'll take you to them and see how they prepared for districts.
I prepared for districts by working on my feet well. I also worked on height and discus and shot put. I also worked on in shot put. I worked on keeping my arm high so I can release it far out.
Some ways I prepare for districts is making sure I was always eating well and getting a good night's rest before I went to the district meet the next day, and just making sure you're always having that positive mentality and just making sure you're going out there and competing and getting the W.
The ways I prepared for districts was lifted a lot of weights in weightlifting class, and I worked on my technique all the time.
It sure sounds like the Track Cats are ready for state. With spring seasons wrapping up, that means summer is just around the corner. And what comes with summer? Taking care of your lawn.
I'm glad Coy likes to mow, because I sure don't. Here's Justin with more on that story about Coy and his mowing business.
With COVID-19 taking over this past year, businesses have been taking a turn for the worse. But one student from St. Paul High School has been taking the opportunity to rise to these demands. Coy Ruzicka's mowing business has skyrocketed these past couple of years, earning her a tremendous amount of respect throughout the community of St. Paul.
Something that made me go into mowing was, I guess, really it's just the classic thing of your dad saying, go mow the yard, and then I just started doing it for like my grandparents, and then Wells has asked me, and then out of nowhere, I just started like asking people around if they wanted their yard mowed. So that's pretty much how it started. Do I want to keep doing this later in my life? See, my plan was, depending on where I go to college, if like say I'm somewhere close, because I just want to like CCC or something like that, like Hastings, I want to come back on the weekends and try to get as much done as I can. But I don't know, I guess it really depends, because right now the only people that really mow around town are all older, and most of them are like getting ready to stop mowing, so maybe I might be able to just carry it on for a while. When am I available to mow? In the summer, pretty much every day, unless I have something going on like football camps or like something just odd. But like for right now, school, but it's almost out. I mow every day after school if I can, or if I need to, then of course weekends. But it mainly just depends on weather. How much I normally charge for mowing, it normally just depends on the size of the yard, but just about everybody it's 15, 20 bucks. But like I have lots that I do, that's like, I have a cemetery I do in Dannebrog that's 50 bucks. But I guess it really just depends on the size of the yard. Process before I start mowing, okay. You always check this, weed heater, leaf blower, sometimes I'll bring that. Everything's got gas. Load barrels in the truck, make sure everything's good on the trailer. Usually you're not going to lose your trailer going down the road. That's about it though. Make sure all the barrels are empty.
That sounds like a fun summer job.
With all these activities going on, I'm kind of hungry. Here's Jenna with the students and faculty members to find out their favorite fast food places to eat.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
I'd say Raising Cane's and the sauce.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
It's tough. I would say In-N-Out Burger, because you can only get it on the West Coast, and so the fact that it is rare makes it awesome.
Awesome. What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
Mickey D's, because I don't know, it's Mickey D's.
Good answer. What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
Probably, God, I don't know. Arby's, because they have good roast beef.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
Cane's, because of the sauce.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably most of the time Runza, just because I like myself a good Runza.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
Ooh, I like Runza because I like fries with the crinkle cut fries without salt, and that way they have to make them fresh.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
My favorite fast food restaurant, I would say, is probably Raising Cane's, just because I love the chicken strips and the chicken sandwich.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
My favorite fast food's Pizza Hut, and it's because they have cheese and stuff. They have stuffed crust pizza.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's one of the main reasons why I love it there.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
You know, I'm going to have to go with Panda Express because it is the only restaurant that I can go when Mr. Kane's not around because he won't eat Chinese, so.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
Probably Freddy's because of the hot dogs. They have their toasted buns and fries are delicious.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant and why?
Imperial Palace in the Conestoga Mall, because the guy is super fast. If you watch him, he can make your food in 1 millisecond and then it turns out super yummy. You'll be amazed.
Well, that's it, folks. Once again, Samantha
and Espen wrapping up the last newscast of the 2020-2021 school year.
Have a great summer, Wildcats. See you next school year.